I figured I'd give you a update on my rhubarb, and as you can see, it's growing quite well right where I planted it over here, which is good because usually this area gets really grassy and it's a pain in the neck to maintain it. But with a plant like this that grows here, this will solve a lot of that grass problem because it just shades everything out. But as you can see, it's doing quite well. Now, rhubarb I'm finding is kind of funny where it likes to grow. It kind of likes to grow in certain areas, and some areas it don't like to grow. And I planted it here. I didn't put it really any soil in here other than, just I dug out a little hole down here. I piled these rocks up and I dug down a little hole, put soil in it, and I put this little plant in there. And it seems to like it, and it's doing quite well. So I'm very pleased with this particular rhubarb. Now, these are the rhubarbs that I got from Walmart. I will link you back to that, or I'll leave it in the end scenes at the end of the video. You'll see it come up in the end scenes. I'll leave it in there or in the description or both, and you'll be able to check out the first video if you want to see how I started and how the plant was growing and everything. But as you can see, it's doing really good. Not really any insects are chewing on it, and I have these kales that have been growing here now for a couple of years, 2 or 3 years, and I really got to cut these out of here. I just wanted them to finish seeding, and then I want to kind of put those seeds around the edge of my pond so that all kales can grow around the pond. Just kind of get this thing out of here, because this thing comes up every year and I just don't have the heart to rip it down because it's so productive in the beginning of the year. But this year I think I'm going to cut it down and keep it low anyway. But yeah, the rhubarb is doing good. I'm quite pleased with it. So let me show you the other one and I'll be right back. Okay, so here's the other rhubarb. And unfortunately what happened, this one's not doing quite as well over here. It's really out in the sun most of the day. So it doesn't seem like it likes to be out in the sun that much. It likes partial shade. It's growing by the greenhouse much better than this one is. So I'm not 100% sure, but I do believe these like partial shade. They don't want to be out like direct sun like this one is. But now this volunteer Tatum came up, and it looks like it's going to crowd this out a little bit, so that's kind of good. It'll give it a little shade, but also the deer came in and was eating you can see it ate off a couple of the leaves, so it kind of ate off the leaves, and that kind of slows the growth down a little bit. But yeah, this is the other Walmart one that I planted out here. I planted it here because I wanted to kind of come up every year over here, which is fine, because this area here, I had the goji berry was growing right here, and that died. Goji berry does not do good up here for some reason. I've tried it several times. It'll do good in a pot in your greenhouse, but outside of that, it doesn't want to do good here at all. So that's all dead. So now I got all this extra space here. I can plant something. So maybe I'll plant the rest of my rhubarbs out here. So let me show you my other rhubarbs that I started from seed. Okay, so these are the rhubarbs that I started from seed. You can see that they soaked that water. I've never taken them out of these trays. This is the last of the soil that I had left over from outside. And just keep it around so if I need to fill a pot or transplant something or move something, I have some soil that I can work with. This is all that's left. So I keep these in here because I don't know what else to do with them. But I do have to transplant these. They're growing into the bottom of this thing already, so these got to come out of here and they got to get planted. So that means I got to put them in pots for about a week or two, let them spread the roots out and that, and then I can maybe plant them out here where I just showed you from the last clip. But these are the ones that I started from seed. They're the same variety of rhubarb, which is called Victoria rhubarb. That's what these are, and they're quite healthy too. These weren't really doing that good for a while, but you could see like on the bottom here, it's got like a root almost like a carrot, it looks like. Now I don't believe you could eat those. That is definitely not something I would eat because it could be poisonous. Most of this plant is poisonous from what I understand. The only part that's edible are the stalks. You can't eat the leaves and you can't eat the roots or anything. But it does look like it makes a root like a carrot, so I'll have to look at that a little deeper maybe when I transplant them. But yeah, I got to do something with these soon. Something's got to happen with them. But I just wanted to show you how my seed ones that I started are doing. And they're doing pretty good as well. I have tried to grow rhubarb in the past from seed, and I just simply didn't have any luck with it. But this year they grew. It's kind of funny. It's like my peppers don't want to really grow this year. They're kind of stunty and they're not really bumping for me. And other things are like my cucumbers ain't really doing that good this year. They're doing okay, but it's not like years past. I've, done really good with cucumbers. And this year they don't really want to grow, really. I mean, they kind of are, but it's nothing to brag about. But these are doing good. Whereas years past, even trying to start them, I couldn't even get these to grow. So it's kind of funny how some plants will grow really good some years and other ones won't really grow. But anyway, that is just a quick look at my rhubarbs. Maybe in the fall, I guess, when I do a harvest. If anybody grows rhubarb and they know a little bit about, when you're supposed to harvest it or how you're supposed to eat it or what part you're supposed to eat, just comment below. And in the fall, I'm going to harvest some of this and kind of do a taste test on it and just give you my interpretation of what I think it tastes like. If it's nasty, raw, or whatever, I will certainly give you my opinion on it. So comment below if you know anything about rhubarb and let me know what I should do. All right, so don't forget to like, share, and subscribe, and I will see you on the next one. Take care.